Lord, Lord, in this last day, but don't even know who He is. Don't even know Him as Lord. And there's many of them are going to preach the gospel, and they're going to go out and prophesy lies. They're going to come out and they're going to say these things. Well, listen, when they come in and they start trying to show you things, now I'm not going to tell you that men don't make mistakes and preachers don't make mistakes. I've made some mistakes. I've had to learn. I've had to go back, and I'm not talking about those kind of things, because we learn and God shows us. But I've seen people who know and have rejected the truth of that to go ahead and teach the other way, another way, because they know if they teach that truth, they're not going to receive those people to give into their offering. I have seen this. This is a danger for people to even receive this and pass this off as being something that's okay. That man needs to be accursed. If they know the truth and they don't do it, because he that knoweth to do right and doeth it not, to him it is sin. We've got to be careful, especially after you've received the truth. Once you've received the truth, you cannot back down off of that truth again. That truth has got, and at the last days, the only thing that's going to matter when you stand and God is trying your works on that foundation, the only thing that's going to be able to matter is, Lord, was my works good enough to be tried by that fire? Were they holy enough? Because, Lord, they were your works that you were doing through me, using my body. Well, they will stand, because everything else is going to be burned up. I don't want to stand before God and say, Lord, I can't offer you anything because I wanted to do it. Listen, I don't even know. I know when we're going to talk about it, saying that man himself shall be saved, which we'll get into a little bit. I don't even know if that man ever really truly could been on the true foundation of God, or chose to step off of that and try to build another foundation. We got to be careful, because there's one foundation. There's only one. You're not going to, I don't care what Oprah Winfrey has to say. I don't care what some of these other big-time preachers say. There aren't many ways that lead to the same place. There's one way. No other name has ever been given except that name, and that's Jesus. This is the only foundation. If Jesus is not the cornerstone of it, it's not holding up. Listen, the apostles set this truth, and we can follow it. We can believe in it. Everything that was given from Romans unto Revelation is built for the foundation for which we need to understand we got to stand upon. Now, how to get on that foundation is told to us in the book of Acts and through the Gospels. That's how you get on that foundation. But once you're on that foundation, take heed how you build thereupon. We can't go on there and start building up idols. We can't go on there and start building up men. We can't set up ourselves and proclaim ourselves on that foundation. That foundation only claims one, and that's Christ. And the apostles were the foundation. Paul said he was a master builder, but yet he says, I'm nothing. He said, it's not he. He said, I water. He said, I sow. And he said, Apollos waters. But then he says, the one who sows is nothing. The one who waters is nothing. He's talking about himself. So he said, was I crucified for you? He's the same thing. What are they doing? If he's in the foundations of that, the one that has to be worshipped and followed, the one that holds it up is Christ. There is no other foundation, church. There is none other. This is the one we got to make sure we're standing on, and we're building upon that. Now, what can you build upon that? That could be tried. What could you build upon that could be tried by this fire and still stand? One thing. It's been tried since the beginning. I told you last week. It's been tried from the beginning of the world. Even before it was written, God spoke to Adam, and Satan tried it. Surely he didn't say, in the day you would eat, you would surely die. He tried that word. But what happened? It was found true. So this is the only thing we build on that foundation. Truth. There's nothing else going to ever be tried. Truth. And the truth isn't just me saying words, but me living in those words. And when it's tried, if it's built and you've been building on that truth, it will remain as a reward for you in heaven. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. We're finding some good stuff out here tonight. Anybody got any thoughts? Man, You can't make this stuff up. Only God can bring this thing about. Brother?
Turn around. Well, one time we had a woman minister, and 3 women of the church, for some reason, didn't like her, and they really tore in after her. Well, she was widowed, and I was, being a lay minister, had to back her up because she didn't have a man to back her up. But anyway, when she was going to leave on the last Sunday, the Lord moved me, and I asked her, I said, "Can I give the message?" And she said, "Yes." She'd sit in the back and listen to it. Well, I went in there, and like I say, you don't don't touch my prophets or my preachers or my people. You know, that's forbidden. But the only thing was, there's only one of the women that needed to hear that was there. But since that time, the church split, and most of those went. But when I got up to speak, I looked out over the congregation, and it scared me. There's only about 2 or 3 people that I seen or recognized. The rest was all corpse, the skeleton and the clothes. And if it was for the Lord Jesus saying that your word can make a difference, this is in stone. And so I went ahead. But I was really scared to say anything because what I saw, and I knew who seen it when I first got up there. But when I looked back out again, it was all dead people, except for about 3 or 4 people that knew the Lord.
That's wow.
But anyway, I went ahead, and now a few of them I've seen grow.
Praise the
They
Lord.
come to the Bible study we had up there, and they're more inquisitive of what's